Alrighty then, warm welcome back. If you're watching this, you've completed the foundational journey of the God Inside Way. First of all, congratulations! Not because you finished a course, but because you said yes to your own awakening. Over the last few weeks, we've walked together through some profound truths. We've explored the dark night of the soul. We've discovered that what feels like collapse can become the doorway to transformation. We've learned that the way we see God, ourselves, and life shapes the way we experience everything. And together, we've practiced the four pillars of embodiment: think as God, command as a king, and play as a child. Live as a millionaire. But today I'd like to tell you something important. The goal was never to complete these lessons. The goal has always been to live them. Knowledge by itself, my friend, rarely changes lives. Embodied truth does. That's why we spend so much time practicing, breathing, reflecting, journaling, becoming aware. Because awareness creates choice, and choice creates transformation. You may not feel dramatically different today. That's okay. Most transformation doesn't happen like lightning. It happens like sunrise, quiet, almost unnoticed, until one day you realize you no longer react the way you once did. You no longer think the way you once did. You no longer fear the way you once did. Something within you has changed. That, my dear friend, is embodiment. So where do you go from here? You keep walking. You keep practicing. You keep returning to these simple truths. When fear begins telling you what is impossible, think as God. When circumstances tempt you to react, command as a king. When life becomes heavy, play as a child. When scarcity begins whispering that there isn't enough, live as a millionaire. These aren't just lessons anymore. They are practices. And over time, they become your way of being. I also want to encourage you to stay connected. Don't disappear now that you've completed the course. This community exists because none of us were meant to walk the journey alone. Share your victories, share your struggles, celebrate with others, ask questions. Encourage someone who's just beginning the journey you've already started. Sometimes the greatest way we grow is by helping someone else to grow. And finally, my dear friend, I'd like to leave you with one thought that has shaped my own life. I don't believe God brought you here by accident. I believe there is something within you that the world needs. Not because you're perfect, not because you have all the answers, but because every person who awakens becomes a light for someone else. The world doesn't simply need more information. It needs people who embody peace, people who embody wisdom, people who embody compassion, people who embody hope. My prayer is that your life become one of those lives, that wherever you go, people experience something of the presence of God simply because you've been here. Not because of what you say, but because of who you are becoming. Thank you for allowing me to walk this journey with you. It has truly been an honor. And remember, the best chapters of your story has not yet been written. So, keep growing, keep awakening, keep embodying, keep becoming, and above all, keep living the God Inside way. And remember, I and the Father are one. So, think as God, command as a king, play as a child, and live as a millionaire. May the peace of Christ be with you. God bless you, my dearest friend. Now I'll see you inside the community, because the journey has only just begun. In the meantime, have huge amounts of fun.